Hey guys, welcome back to our channel where I inspire your desire to be great, to be great, to be great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching another video. I am excited to be back with another video. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I want to talk to you guys about dealing with depression. I feel like it's a great topic to talk about because it's something that I feel like I've overcome, I've learned to deal with after so many years, and I just want to help other people to do the same thing. So I'm just going to talk from experience, and one of the first ways I feel like to deal with depression is just avoid it. And when I say avoid it, it means like do things that you know will not cause you to be depressed, if that makes sense. Not if that makes sense, that makes sense. But do things that causes you to not feel depressed, right? So one of the biggest things I feel like that's really helpful to cope with depression, to deal with depression, is go like outside more often. If you always just inside, locked up in the house, that can cause you to be depressed because you're only in the same environment every single time. But if you go out, you know, even if it's just for a walk in your neighborhood, even if it's to go to the gym, like working out also is another great way. I feel like that has helped me with depression, especially like when you're going through problems, going through challenges. Another thing that you could do is surround yourself with people, and positive people at that. And a lot of the times we think that we have to surround ourselves with people physically, but you really don't, right? There's social media, right? The internet is a huge place now. So you could go on the internet and you can literally just go on YouTube, search up motivational videos, right? So feed your mind with motivational videos. Read books. Like that's one of the things that has really helped me to avoid depression, especially over this past year. I dealt with some stuff that I really could have mentally, like, you know, fallen into like a very depressive state of mind, but thankfully I didn't. And that's why I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I did. And just read books, like as much as you can, and positive books at that. I'm not talking about like odd books, like no, because the thing is, I feel like depression is a state of mind, right? So it's a lot of the times it's the emotions that you're feeling, it's the thoughts that's going through your mind, right? Because I feel like what you think about triggers certain emotions in you. So if you think about how like bad your problems are right now, how it's not going to get, if you feel like it's not going to get better, how you're going to get out of a certain situation, those things can cause you to be depressed. But the thing that I love about reading books, the thing I love about you know, motivational content on YouTube or Apple Music, or because there's audio versions of it and there's also you know, visual, like video versions of it, is that when you're listening to those things, they can help combat those negative thoughts in your mind. So if you're, you know, even when those negative thoughts do pop into your mind, because you fed your mind with a lot of positive things, with a lot of motivational things, those positive and motivational things, it's just a matter of time before they combat those negative thoughts in your mind, and it'll help you stay out of a depressive state of mind. So that's another thing that I've done to help me, because before, like, especially I would say like from my teenage years, maybe like from age like 14 to like my early 20s, I battled with depression a lot. Like when problems would happen, I would get really bogged down. I would really get like weighed down. I would feel like it's the end of the world. I would feel like, you know, I don't see a way out, like how I'm gonna get out of whatever it is that I'm facing. So I would get mentally into a dark place. You know, sometimes I would feel like I want to commit suicide at times. I'm not gonna lie, I've had that experience only twice, and thank God it never was a successful experience. But you know what got me to that place is the thoughts that I was thinking, is the way that I was thinking, is the way that I was looking at the situation. You know, I didn't feel like it was possible for me to overcome the situation that I was in, you know. But now as I've grown, like I said, just reading books, being exposed to different things, I realized that every single thing that you go through, you're not the first person to go through it, and someone else has gotten through it. So that means if someone else has gotten through it, then you definitely could get through it. So if I'm gonna get through the problem. It's just a matter of time. I just have to wait. I just have to be patient. I just have to endure a little bit longer. Then it's a waste of energy to be depressed, to be bogged down. So that's another way that I've dealt with depression. Another key thing that I never ever want to forget that has helped me is prayer. Like, I pray, I talk to God, because I already know, like, and this is my belief. I'm not trying to impose my belief or my religion on nobody through this video. I'm just telling y'all what I've done and what has worked for me. I talk to God. So I feel like God is great. He's someone that you could talk to. You could expose your true self to him, your true feelings, your true emotions, your true state of mind to him. And when you do that, because sometimes that's what you need, like, you just need to vent, you just need to let it out, you need to express whatever it is that's going on in your mind. So prayer is something that I do. Sometimes I'll do it, you know, at home, locked up in my room somewhere, in a private setting. Or, I'm not gonna lie, I've had times where I went on walks in my neighborhood or at a park somewhere, and I just talked to him then, you know, and that has tremendously helped me. So that's another thing that you could do to help cope with depression. Another thing you could do is just find someone that you could confide in, that you can have confidence in, that you could trust, and just talk to them, you know, just express how you're feeling, and someone that will give you words of encouragement. Because sometimes I feel like you could talk to the wrong person and they just give you words of negativity. They just tear you down. You know, they don't give you no hope. They don't give you any motivation. I wouldn't encourage you to talk to people like that. If anything, actually stay away from people like that. But people that give you like motivation, people that give you like, you know, hope, that's positive, that's uplifting, those are people that you want to talk to. Another thing that I've done to help me to overcome depression is writing. Writing is very, like, I consider it therapeutic. And nowadays, like, technology is brilliant. Let's say, you know, the only thing I never used to really like about writing is my hand would get tired, you know. But writing, you could write in a notebook, you could write in the notes section on your phone. I'm actually gonna show you guys, like, my notes section in my phone is I would say it's like my best friend. Not my best friend, but it's my outlet, you know. That's where I vent. So as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see right here, I have, and the number is still going up, I have over 100 notes in my phone. The number is at like 150. It hasn't updated yet. This is my business phone, but this right now is at, dang, that's crazy, almost 200. So that's 194 notes that I have, right? So in my notes section on my phone, I really just write out like things that are going on in my mind, you know. So if I have ideas on things that I want to do, I put it there, you know. Things that I think about myself, I put it there, you know. I put a lot of different things in this section, like different ways to, you know, take care of myself, to express self-care and self-love to myself, like pampering, different ways to pamper myself, things that I want tied to my career. Like, you know, there was a time I was feeling exhausted and down, you know, not the happiest, but I wrote about it. So that's another place that you could, you know, store things that you want. The other thing that I like, which has been therapeutic as well, in the notes, right, that's the beautiful thing. If you go to type, let's say we're going to type about something, there's a speaker button. You could press it and you could just say, hey, I'm not feeling my best today, and look, it writes it out for you. So you feel like you're talking to somebody, you're letting out, you're verbalizing what you're feeling. And see, I forgot to hit stop, but it's still going. So that's another thing that you could do to cope with depression. If you feel like, you know, there's not, how do I say it? If you feel like maybe you have someone to talk to, but they're not available right then and there, so you could vent about it in your notes section on your phone. And after that, because I do have things that I've written down like in there, and then later on talk to someone about it, you know. The other thing that I can encourage you to do is find like healthy remedies to cope, like to uplift yourself, right? Different people, they try like different things, right? And I'm not saying I'm for it or against it. It's just not my first priority or the first thing that I would turn to. So people turn to alcohol, they might turn to drugs or smoking or different things like that. So there's this drink that I've discovered that's called Calm. It's like magnesium, but it's a powder. And I take it and I put it in my drink. I mean, you put it in a cup of water, you shake it up, you drink it throughout the day. It helps you to relax, you know. They have stress relief lotion where if you're feeling overwhelmed and things like that, you could go to like Bath and Body Works, get those things, lotion yourself up with those things. You have tea that is like stress relief tea. Those of y'all that know me personally, y'all know I used to be big on the stress relief tea to help relax me a lot. But you know, there's healthy coping mechanisms to just ease your mind, ease your body, and that's what I want to help people with in this video. So like I said, to put it all in a nutshell, you know, don't be afraid to talk to someone. Another thing, make sure that you're eating. I'm not gonna encourage overeating, but I know there are those people, if you're like me, I used to like get so depressed where I couldn't eat, like whether it's for a day or a few days, you know, because the problem that I was dealing with seemed so big that I felt like it wasn't worth eating. But I'm really grateful that I've grown out of that stage to where now, even if a problem is there, I'm gonna eat, because I know whether I eat or I don't eat, I'm gonna get through the problem anyway. So I might as well eat and enjoy my food. You know, so that's another thing that you could do to help you you know, deal with depression. Also, just make up your mind that you're not going to be depressed, because I feel like depression is a state of mind, you know. So you got to tell yourself that I'm gonna get through this, I'm gonna fight through this, I'm gonna overcome this, I'm gonna find ways to just avoid this, you know. And the biggest thing, like I said, because for me, I feel like that's what always led to my depression, is I felt like whatever problem I was facing was just so big and so impossible to overcome. But I'm at a point in my life where I feel like nothing is impossible to overcome, nothing is too hard to overcome. Like, it's not the complete end of the world. In addition to reading books, another thing that I also do, especially like if I'm facing like battle, like intense battle, I read my Bible a lot. And that's really helpful for me. I listen to Proverbs. That always helped me, because I just feel like there's an answer to any problem that you possibly need in life, you know. And yeah, so I listen to Proverbs a lot. And the book of Psalms is also helpful. Again, I'm not trying to impose my religion on nobody, my belief on nobody. I'm just telling you what I've done and what works for me. So that pretty much sums up the things that I've done to cope with this. To cope with like depression. The other thing is, like, just because you're facing a problem, like, you don't have to look like what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, still wake up, you know, get dressed up, like, get beautiful. Just because you're facing a problem in life, it doesn't mean you should walk around like a bum. It doesn't mean you should walk around looking like, you know, like bad, like looking like what you're going through. And that used to be my mentality, like, dang, I gotta look like what I'm going through or whatever, because I thought somehow that would change the situation. But I realized you don't have to look like what you're going through. You can still wake up, you know. I'm not saying you gotta put on a full face of makeup, but put on a little mascara if you're a lady, brush your brows out, put on some lotion, a little lip gloss, and just smile, you know. Get happy, feel good, because even if you dress like bad, like, it's not gonna change your situation, you know. But don't make it worse by giving into it and not waking up and looking your best. Still get up, still put, you know, something nice on, still do your best to just enjoy life no matter what you're going through. And just know that it's not the end of the world. Just know that whatever you're going through, someone else has gone through it, and you can definitely get through it. So I don't want to keep this video any longer. I really hope this helps somebody, encourage somebody. Yeah, depression you could get through it. Like, you don't have to stay in that mental state, and you don't have to deal with it any longer. You could just make a decision and say, you know what, this is it. I'm no longer going to yield to depression. Like, just battle it, overcome it. You could do it. I believe in you. I feel like if I could do it, anybody could do it, you know. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you know anybody that's going through depression, you know, share this video with them, or give them a call and just let them know everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be fine. You could get through whatever you're going through. Share this video with them. And the other thing that I ask, if you yourself have dealt with depression, if you've overcame it, you know, comment below your story or your testimonial. Share what you have done to cope with it. Maybe I missed something, you know. I don't mind trying something new or adding something to what I'm already doing. But yeah, definitely comment below and let me know how you guys have dealt with it, what you guys are doing, and if there's anything that I can help to help you guys, you know, that's watching this, to overcome it. Just let me know. Leave a comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video where I inspire your desire to be great, to be great, to be great. Bye.